Hello YouTube. Today I want to talk to you a little bit about Chevy Cobalts. My problem was that I had a rough idle, and I also had the car bucking when it was going down the road between 25 and 35 miles an hour, and I found a way to fix it. So I'm going to show you a little bit today of what I did, so maybe this video will help others be able to solve this problem. So with that being said, I'll show you what I did. Let me open my hood up here. So as you can see here, I'll get a little bit of a better angle on this because I'm filming with the camera flipped around. There's the cover for the motor. So basically you just take off your engine cap, lift this up, it comes right off. I'll set this down here on the ground. And basically what you're going to see here is these are your camshaft actuator solenoids. I don't know how well you guys can see that, but there's a exhaust and there's an intake, and they basically, the manufacturer had a 7mm bolt on the intake, or on the exhaust one, I'm sorry, and then a 10mm on this one. But when I bought the new parts, they both came with 10mm bolts and they were able to go in there. So basically take those two out. You're gonna probably have to get a pair of pliers, and don't grab them by the neck right here, because basically when you unplug these wires, they're very simple. We just take a screwdriver down in here. You want these to push back and they just kind of pull up, but be careful because it can easily break. So you want to take your time, make sure you have enough time to complete the job. Basically pop these off, take your bolts out. Make sure you don't get the wires mixed up, because this one here looks like it should go over here, but it doesn't. So when you're doing these, make sure that you have your wires, marked maybe, or do something in order to make sure they go back in the same way. Now what I did before, and this is where I ran into problems, is that on all the online forums, it was saying basically it was the camshaft position sensor, which is right here. I don't know if you can see that, and I replaced that actually twice, because I thought that the one that I had bought before had gone faulty, so I got another one to try and stop the bucking and the rough idle, and that didn't work. Another interesting thing was too that basically when my check engine light was on, it was saying that it was this cam position sensor right here, so it wasn't even telling me that these two items here were shot completely. Do this at your own risk. It only takes probably 20-25 minutes to do it. I'm not an auto mechanic, but I try and work on my cars as much as I can. Learn about it, gone online and looked at different YouTube videos to get these out, but I mean, it's real simple. And that solved my problem completely. I didn't even unplug the battery or anything to reset the codes or anything like that. I just left the battery plugged on, and I let the car basically turn out the check engine light. So I've had no problems since. Once again, these two items right here is your intake and your exhaust, and they're called the camshaft actuator solenoids. A lot of people online didn't, on forums that I read, didn't know what the problem was, and they kept going back to the camshaft position sensor, which wasn't the problem. And they kept saying about cleaning it out inside, which when I did change this, there was a lot of gunk up inside there. So, I mean, hopefully this helps everybody out, and If you have any questions, feel free to post it on the comments, and I will try and answer anybody's individual questions. Thank you for watching, YouTubers. Have a good one.